Hey guys, it's Emily from Wonder and Wideners, and I'm here today to talk to you about the rides in each Disney World park. So maybe you're thinking about planning a trip to Disney World. Um, Maybe you've never been, you're not really sure what to expect. So we're going to talk about just the rides in the parks. Now there are lots of other things that you can do as well, but we're only going to talk about each ride that's in the parks. So be sure that you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our other videos about Disney World as you plan your trip.
Hey guys, we're going to talk about the Animal Kingdom rides. They have a total of 9 rides, so you could easily do these in one day, especially if you get some help from that Genie Plus. So first off, you have the Kilimanjaro Safaris, which is an open-air bus ride through the African savannas. You get to see lots of animals. It's a good ride, especially for your first time. You have Triceratops Spin, which is more of a kids ride. So if you have kiddos, you definitely want to try to hit that up. Then you have Dinosaur, which is like a dark roller coaster ride with dinosaurs, and so that's another good ride for your family. You got the Navi River Journey, which is an inside, like nice, peaceful boat ride through an Avatar-based place, so it's pretty good. You have Avatar's Flight of Passage, which is similar to Soaring. You have Expedition Everest. Now, unfortunately, that one is closed right now. We don't know when that one's going to be open, but, hopefully that will be soon. Then you have the Cali River Rapids, which is you can enjoy as a family, but you're going to get wet. So if you don't like to get wet, you might want to avoid that one, but it is definitely a fun ride and worth the ride. And then you have the Wildlife Express, and this takes you to Rafiki's Planet Watch. So those are all your rides at Animal Kingdom.
All right, so I'm going to talk to you about the rides at Epcot today. Now, there are 11 rides. Mostly these are doable. Some of these are not high priority rides. But there are other things to do at Epcot as well that take up quite a bit of your time. So if you would like to get through these rides, remember these are the rides. So you might want to make them a priority. So the first one is Journey into Imagination with Figment. Now it's not a top priority, but the kids like it, so we always ride it. Living with the Land, again, one I would not say would be a top priority ride, but it's a relaxing ride. It's educational. My kids seem to like it just fine, so we always ride that one. The Seas with Nemo and Friends, obviously we love Dory and Nemo, so we always ride that one. Spaceship Earth, now this one is inside of the Epcot Ball. It is not one of our favorites, but people love it, so I'm probably going to cause some backlash from saying it's not one that we love, but we are perfectly fine with skipping this one. Mission Space. Now, if you're claustrophobic, this is one that you might not want to ride. It was kind of a one and done for us. We don't particularly enjoy riding it. Grand Fiesta Tour, not a top priority ride, but it features the 3 Caballeros, and our son has loved to watch them, and so we make sure that we ride that. Soaring, that's a fun one. Test Track, Frozen Ever After. Now, my husband may kill me, but it is his favorite. So we always ride Frozen Ever After. And then 2 new rides at Epcot are Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. So fun. It's a trackless ride, probably one of my favorites. Just takes you into the story. It's like you are a mouse and you are scurrying around the kitchen. Super fun. Definitely one you want on your priority list. And then the newest ride is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, and we have not ridden that one yet. It's just open, and so that's at the top of our priority list because we definitely want to make sure that we're able to ride that. So that's 11 rides at Epcot.
Alright, so now it's on to Hollywood Studios, where you will find 9 rides. First off, we have Star Tours, The Adventures Continue. Now, this is the old school ride. Probably not one that's going to be on your top priority list if you're new to Disney World. But if you're a Star Wars fan, then it's definitely one you should check out. Then you have Alien Swirling Saucers. Now, this is a ride that's going to spin you around. It's for the kids. Think of the teacups, but not as much spinning. Now, me personally, I fell off the teacups once because I spun too much. Face planted. Very embarrassing. But this one is not going to lead you to face plant once you get off. So, next you have the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. As a man, I can say that I will not ride this. I do not do heights. I am a big chicken. But my wife and my daughters did it, which shows you how manly I am. And it's probably a one and done for them too. But it is one of the iconic rides of Hollywood Studios. Then we have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. This is one of my favorites as well. We rode it once, and then my son wanted to ride it again. Or did his dad want to ride it again? We still debate that. It is a very fun ride. It's trackless. It takes you through different scenes of a Mickey Mouse episode. And Daisy even teaches you to do a little tango. It's a great ride. Then you have the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. This is a ride, another Star Wars ride. It's a newer ride, so definitely want to check that out. And you work as a team on this ship that you are flying. Next, you have the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. Now, this is an indoor roller coaster. I'm not getting on this one either because, like we said, we've already established I'm a chicken. But you get backstage passes, you're late for the concert, the roller coaster serves as your limo as you go and you zip through so that you can make it to the concert on time. Now next is my number one favorite, Toy Story Mania. Now number one, I like it because it's indoors, it's air conditioned, and it's Toy Story based. Second of all, I like to always beat my family. I'm very competitive. You should see Board Game Night at our house. Everything's out but the knives. Alright, and so I always enjoy beating them, and it's always one that we ride at least once, sometimes twice. Then you have Slinky Dog Dash, which is a roller coaster. It is a one that you should definitely have high on that priority list because it is an amazing ride. It takes you all around Toy Story Land. Now, this one here, it doesn't have much shade for the queue. So it might be one you might want to try to hit in the morning or late at night because it usually does have a long wait. And you also have the ability to get the Genie Plus for that, so that's an option. And finally, you got Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. Now this ride here is impressive. This ride here is immersive. When I got on there, I didn't think I was going to get to leave. I thought I was actually going to get killed by them. But luckily, it is just a ride, and it is a fun ride for everybody. Okay, everybody enjoys it. Not just Star Wars fans, but people that are not Star Wars fans. So there you have it. All 9 rides at Hollywood Studios.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to talk to you about the rides at Magic Kingdom. Now, there are 22 rides at Magic Kingdom. When I tell you that you cannot do all those in one day, you need to listen to me because there is no way that you can do those all in one day. It's just not realistic. If you only have one day at Magic Kingdom, take the ones that you want to do the most and put those as your top priorities. If you have a couple of days, split your rides into 2 days and don't try to push yourself to do those all in one day. You will be exhausted and you will never want to come back. And trust me, you don't want that for your Disney World vacation. So let's dive into what rides are at Magic Kingdom. So you have Carousel of Progress. This is probably not at the top of your priority list. We like it because it gets you in out of the rain and the heat. And I like the history of Disney World. There's Dumbo the Flying Elephant. I feel like it's kind of a classic ride that you need to do at least once, but it's not high on your priority list. Magic Carpets of Aladdin. It is very similar to the Dumbo ride, but it's not a priority We ended up riding it last year. Didn't mean to, but once Witten saw it, he had to ride it. Prince Charming Regal Carousel. I'm just going to tell you, I avoid this one at all costs. It's a carousel. How many carousels have your children ridden? Probably too many to count. We try to avoid the carousel as much as we possibly can. Mad Tea Party. The kids and I like this one. If you don't like to spin, you don't want this one. These are the teacups. The People Mover. This is probably not on everybody's priority list, but it is on ours. It's a great way to relax. You just get to sit. You're up high and you can kind of see all of Magic Kingdom. We think it's a pretty neat ride. The Barnstormer is kind of one of those first roller coasters for your kids. They will love it, but it's obviously not a top priority ride. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. Now, this is kind of the B-rated version of Toy Story Mania. It's not the top of our list, but we do have a huge Buzz Lightyear fan in our family in Witten, and so if he sees it, we definitely ride it, but it's not nearly as much fun as the one at Hollywood Studios. Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. This is one that we seem to ride every year, and more probably for nostalgia now. I grew up watching Little Mermaid. I think it's kind of neat. My girls grew up watching Little Mermaid, but they are kind of past that stage. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Definitely one that you should have on your priority list. Super fun. Tomorrowland Speedway. These are like just go-karts and not something that we put on our priority list. Astro Orbiter. It is kind of like a Dumbo ride, but it's way up high. If you want to see all of Magic Kingdom, it's a great way to do that. If you are terrified of heights, do not get on this ride. Haunted Mansion. I've probably traumatized my children by making them ride this ride. They've all been terrified at some point when I've dragged them along. We love it. We love the movie. We are big Haunted Mansion fans. It's a Small World. This is kind of a classic Disney World ride, although the original is in Disneyland. It's kind of one of these rite of passage rides, I feel like. The song will be stuck in your head for days. Not always something we have to do. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I'm the only Winnie the Pooh fan in our family. I make us ride it every time. Space Mountain. This is an indoor roller coaster. It's dark. Not something that Witten has been able to ride yet. Splash Mountain. Great for cooling off on a hot day. We love water rides. Jungle Cruise. Now, Jungle Cruise is fun any time of the day. We have ridden it at night. We've ridden it during the day. We love Jungle Cruise. And if you haven't seen the movie, definitely see the movie before you go, because lots of the jokes are tied within this ride. The movie was based off the ride. So the ride was first and then the movie, which I think is pretty cool. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This is definitely a must. Another little roller coaster, but all the kids can enjoy it. Peter Pan's Flight. Now, if you can get Genie Plus for Peter Pan's Flight, get Genie Plus. If you can't, do not sit in the 120-minute wait. The queue is amazing. You walk through Wendy's bedroom. You get to see everything. But the ride is very, very short. And so for 120 minutes to stand in line, that short little ride is really not worth it to us. Liberty Square Riverboat. And it's a riverboat that kind of takes you around. You can see like the backsides of parts of the park. We've not actually ever ridden it. But it's something that's definitely on our list to do. Pirates of the Caribbean. That's a fun ride. Fun fact, the movie was based on the ride, which again I think is really cool. So that's always one that we try to do. I wouldn't necessarily put that as like my rope drop ride, but and the weights will get up there. But if you kind of watch that, those will dwindle throughout the day as well. So 22 rides at Magic Kingdom. They're not doable all in one day, but take the ones that you feel like would be the most fun, your priority picks. If you've got questions, let us know and we'll help you pick out some of those high priority rides. So there you have it. That's all the rides in all 4 Disney World parks. So now we want to know, what ride are you most excited to ride the next time you're in the parks? Or what is your favorite ride that you have to ride every time that you go? Be sure that you put that down in the comments for us. Like our video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell down there so you know when we post a new video. And while you're at it, check out our How to Earn Free Disney Gift Cards video. We'll see you later, guys.